Hi guys, welcome back to Ballroom Feed. Today we're going to do another Technique Tuesday, and this one's going to be another Foxy one for you. So we did go over leg action in the previous Technique Tuesday, but I want to talk about how to sway today. And this is one of those things that everyone wouldn't think they would need to kind of practice, but as soon as someone tells us how to do something or tells us what to do exactly in a dance step, things start to go a little funky. Okay, so some things that I see right away in a sway is we want to make sure that we're shifting from foot to foot. So in general, for a sway, we don't really need to move the feet. If we wanted to tap the feet in and that was more comfortable for you, just make sure you and your partner are on the same page and you're both doing that. So that's one option. In general, I just try to leave the feet where they are underneath. They can release slightly when I do change from foot to foot, but nothing crazy. I don't typically pull in the feet all the way. But again, that is an option. Okay, so thing number two, we want to make sure that, I'm just going to pull up my skirt a little bit so you can see that my knees are soft. So you don't want to be keeping them stiff, because this is one thing that I see that's a little bit awkward. So we don't want to sway back and forth super stiff, and we also don't want to be too squatty like this. So all we want from the sides, you can see, is just a little bit of softness. That way when I shift from foot to foot, it looks and feels pretty natural. So there's a nice cushion or bounce, not like a bounce, but just a nice cushion when I shift from foot to foot. So my knees are flexible, they're soft, they're not locked out, and they're not squatting down, okay? So tip number three, we wanna make sure that our hips are staying natural. So what I mean is sometimes we get this, which just looks a little funky. So the way not to do this is to think shifting your whole entire spine from foot to foot. So naturally, of course, especially maybe being a female, my hips do sway out to the side when I change from foot to foot, and this is very natural. If you're standing on one leg, you can see how my hip naturally just relaxes to the side. I'm not gonna be necessarily engaged like this if I'm just relaxed. So when I do change from foot to foot, there is gonna be a slight sway of the hips, but it's natural, and you can see the top half of my body and the spine really isn't doing anything at all. It's staying very straight up, nothing going like this, no dips, nothing weird. So when we're swaying, we want to think about the same thing. We don't want to do this, where we go like this, or what most often happens is the hip goes and then the top half goes the opposite way. So those are no-goes. We want to make sure that our top half of our body is staying straight up and down, and then we're shifting naturally from foot to foot. So those are my best advice on how to keep the sway looking natural and feeling good and not looking anything wonky. So be sure to practice all those things if you are dancing the Foxy or just a wedding dance in general. Most wedding dances have sways in there somewhere, so hope you like this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and check out the rest of our Foxy videos up for you, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.